This is the Dan Levatar Show with the Stucats on the ticket. Time for sports radio segment, As Old as Time. Let's talk sports with Naked Chris.
That's right. It's my turn. I get a segment. I get to talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it. The only thing you need to know is I'm naked. No shirt, no pants, no underwear. I am wearing shoes. These floors are a little icky. I'm also wearing a hat, because that's my thing. Other than that, naked. Butt naked. Billy, you're in here with me. How do I look?
Can you see your shoes? Nice shoes.
Yeah.
Are they new?
Hold on, let me do this with my leg. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Good?
Yeah, put the leg down.
All right. So this is how it's going to work. I'm naked. I'm going to pick the topics. I'm going to go around the room, let people give their thoughts on the topic, then I'm going to give the right answer to the topic.
Oh, there's an answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also here on the Naked Chris segment, we want to hear from you, the listener. We're not going to take calls. At the end of every topic, we're going to give 2 or 3 seconds, let you guys give your thoughts, and that'll be it. We'll move on to the next topic.
Wait, what? How's that going to work?
We're very inclusive here.
They just speak in their cars, their thoughts?
Right, we care what they think.
Okay.
First topic. A few weeks back, I don't get to talk a lot, so there might be dated these topics. A couple weeks back, JJ Watt tweeted, tater tots, best form of potato. Now this is blasphemous. The tater tot's a nice potato. It's like the Alex Smith of the potato universe.
I thought you were going around and then it got back to you,
This
and then
is
you
just-
gave the right
You
answer.
had the right answer.
This is my opening line.
Why are you naked?
Sorry.
Drink it in. Now I'm dancing. All right. Tater tots. They're a nice form of potato. What do you guys think? What's your go-to form of potato?
You said you guys. Who's supposed to talk
Yeah,
first?
what's the order?
You're hosting.
Just kind of throwing it out there. If you
You're
have
just
thoughts
dancing
on it,
right now. You're
throwing
not really
too much out there, but
Yeah.
who's supposed to talk first?
Billy, what's your go-to form of
That's
potato?
that's a good host.
Man, I like potatoes. I like a, do I have to just pick one?
I mean,
Yeah,
you can do
that-
whatever you want. There's no rules here.
Okay.
I like a,
Still naked.
I'll go French fries. I like French fries.
Yeah.
Oh, you stole mine.
Okay, I'll switch then. If you want to do French
Yeah,
fries.
can I have French fries?
Yeah, you can have French fries. I'll do hash browns.
That is good.
Love hash browns.
All right, here we go. Here's my top 5 ways to eat a potato.
Wait. You didn't ask anyone else. What do you mean?
Well,
your
I don't
top-
know. Like, I'm just
Why are you
giving-
doing your top
Well,
5?
Roy's
you
not
need to go
looking-
around the room.
Roy's not looking at Chris because
You're breaking the
he's
rules,
Naked,
Naked
Chris.
Listen, I'm just throwing it out there. You guys like it, you can take it. If not, I could just talk the whole time. You guys don't need to be involved with this. I was trying to get this.
I like a good baked potato.
There you go.
Sour cream.
That's nice.
Little bacon bits.
Yes.
I'm a fan of a good sweet potato.
Sweet potato. The underrated potato, I'd say. Allison?
She left because you're naked.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh.
All right, top 5 potatoes. Scallop potatoes. 5. Number 4, potato chips. Number 3, hash browns, not home fries.
Is that important?
That is important. Here's number 2, twice baked potato. You bake it, you scoop it out, you put it back in the potato, you bake it again. That's what Naked Chris likes.
That actually sounds incredible.
It's fantastic.
I've never
A
had
lot
one
of
those.
work.
The number 1 form of potato for Naked Chris is mashed potatoes, but not just any mashed potatoes. My Aunt Bonnie's mashed potatoes.
Oh, Bonnie's potato.
On Thanksgiving, extra creamy, a little salt, little milk. So delicious, these mashed potatoes.
Naked Chris, can I ask you a question about potatoes?
You may speak.
Especially mashed potatoes. So we were talking about this like 2 weeks ago when you brought it up the first time, and you said that there's no real difference between actual mashed potatoes and the instant mashed potatoes, and I was insulted by that.
Well, Naked Chris's thoughts on that are this. In a weeknight setting, I'm okay with the instant mashed potatoes. Because, they're quick. I think if we did a taste test, you wouldn't be able to tell
I
the
could.
difference
I could.
between...
Well, can we do this next time, Naked Chris?
Yeah.
I can tell the difference. Sorry, I don't want to make this about me. Go back. Sorry, Naked Chris.
All right, we're moving on.
Well-
This was a bad first topic by me.
No, I didn't think so. You said this was an interactive segment. So there's 2 things I know about this segment. You're naked.
Yes.
Except for shoes.
Except for shoes and a hat because that's Naked Chris's thing.
Naked Chris's thing.
And the listeners can chime in.
Yeah, we didn't give them time to
like,
chime in.
I was about to get there.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's your show. Naked,
all right.
Naked
You're
Chris.
stepping all over the listeners talking.
I'm sorry. All right. We'll just lay out for a little bit.
Listeners, it's your turn. Ready and go. All right, moving on.
Wow.
We care what you think here on Naked Chris
A
segment.
lot of great suggestions.
Naked Chris is dancing, by the way. No one can see this, but he's
feeling
something.
it. All right, now we're going to talk about now what we're going to talk about on the Naked Chris segment is plane etiquette. We're going to play a game called Who's the Worst.
Ooh.
All right? You guys think of who's the worst. It doesn't have to be in a plane setting. Mine happens to be in a plane setting. The worst person in the world is the person who stands up as soon as you get to the gate and tries to beeline to the front of the plane. That is the worst person in the world. Can you guys beat me if I'm all in with guy on the plane in the back who tries to sneak through when everyone starts standing up?
Once the plane has landed.
Right. And once it's at the gate and the seatbelt sign comes off.
While the doors are still closed.
Doors are still closed. Some guy in the back's like, I don't want to wait in this line. I'm going to beeline, try to wiggle my way through. That is the worst person. Can you guys beat me?
Again, I don't know who's supposed to talk right now.
Are we going in the same order?
It's really just if you're feeling it.
Oh, wow.
Billy, can you beat me?
I haven't experienced this in person, but I've seen like pictures of the person that takes off their shoes and socks and put their feet up. That person's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's bad. Naked Chris says that's bad. Not as bad as mine, though.
Really?
I don't like it when someone already has one armrest on an airplane because that's special real estate, and there's room to share on the armrest. If somebody gets the back end, someone can get the front end. So you dominate one armrest, and then you reach over to dominate both armrests. Only one armrest per person. If you're a window person, lean to the window, lean away from the person in the center seat. But no, some people want to lean in the direction of the center seat, and making the center seat experience even worse than it is because the center seat experience is hell on wheels.
Yeah, center seat should get priority, right?
Center seat obviously should draft armrest first.
Yeah, Naked Chris agrees with that. Roy?
The guy who takes 20 minutes to stuff his bag in the overhead bin.
Holds up the line behind him. Yeah, that's bad.
Absolutely.
Now, I have a question about, is Naked Chris on a plane, am I allowed to recline my seat? Because I feel like a jerk every time I'm doing it.
How long is the flight?
Well, I was just on an international flight. I feel like a jerk in general. I feel like it's more acceptable internationally.
Internationally, Naked Chris is going to have to be able to relax a little bit. Domestic flights, especially...
What if I'm flying to Dallas? Naked Chris is flying to Dallas, like a 2.5, 3 hour flight.
Never put your seat back.
I feel like a jerk every time, but yet the option is there for me.
And what really chaps me the most is when I respect the person behind me, but the person in front of me doesn't, and they recline their seat.
That's the thing. If the person in front of you has already done it, like you've already lost your room, so what are you going to do?
Yeah. All right, we're going to give a couple seconds now for the listeners to say what their most annoying airplane habit is. All right, moving on.
Wow.
All right, now the next thing Naked Chris wants to talk about. If you're just joining us, by the way, I'm naked.
Why are you not wearing socks, but you're wearing shoes?
Because I wanted to get the full skin, as much skin as possible. But these floors, can you hear the stick?
Yeah,
can you
it's
hear that?
sticky.
Yeah.
Very icky floors.
But yeah, if you're just joining us, I'm naked. This is the Naked Chris segment.
Did you put a towel down because you're in Dan's seat?
Nope.
Oh.
Dancing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right up on there.
All right, next thing Naked Chris. Go ahead, Mike.
But, okay, the naked thing. Why?
You've got moves, man.
Thank you, right?
These are good
I feel
moves.
more free.
Yeah.
Man, you guys should try dancing. Actually, you guys are more than welcome to take your clothes off.
Yeah, I mean...
No, it's Naked Chris.
I feel like it's a little late now. Maybe next time, though?
So this is going well.
Clearly for you.
All right, moving on. The next thing Naked Chris wants to talk about, what's the stupidest thing you guys ever did with your friends when you were in high school? Naked Chris has one. He used to have...
Oh, you're going first, though? Doesn't it always come back to Naked Chris?
Yeah.
All right. Because I sprung this topic on you, so I wanted to give you time.
Yeah, that's...
But if you got something, go.
Well, I mean, obviously, you're very free. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a free-form segment. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what this is.
Naked Chris, man.
You want me to stand up? Hold on, let me stand.
Nope. I actually thought it would be worse.
I'll sit back down.
But... All right, so you're still. It's just a free, open format, and that's why you're naked. I'm just trying to. Why is he naked?
A lot of people look worse with no clothes on. Not the case for Naked Chris.
Wow.
You look better.
Thank you.
I don't know about better, but it's about what I expected.
You look fatter with clothes on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. My wife tells me that. Anyways, so I'm just gonna go throw mine out there. Me and my friends, we used to go around the neighborhood. We would divide us up into like 2 groups. There'd be 10 of us, so there's like 5 and 5. We would get into egg wars with each other with our vehicles. And my vehicle always ended up being the one that was involved because I had my dad's old Jeep Grand Cherokee. So it was kind of like
It sounds like your friends tricked Naked Chris into being the one driving around to get his car egged.
That's true. We usually won, though. You guys never did stupid stuff like that? Little egg wars with your friends?
Yeah, I had a friend that was almost arrested. The police showed up because we were playing hide-and-go-seek in the neighborhood. My friend hid under somebody's car.
Oh, no.
So someone naturally thought my friend was trying to steal their car. It was a whole thing.
You know, why? Has anyone ever stolen a car from underneath it?
You walk outside, and there is a 16-year-old kid under your car, and he gets up and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was playing hide-and-go-seek." 16's probably too old to be playing hide-and-go-seek.
Yeah.
All right, now let's give a couple seconds here. Let the listeners say what their fun thing they did with friends in high school.
Well said.
Moving on.
I wish this lasted 2 segments, to be honest with you. I really like Naked Chris.
Where did that clap come from?
That's the Naked Chris thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right. Last topic on the
Naked Chris show.
The Naked Chris show?
I was trying to think of like the best way to put it. The maiden voyage.
You don't have to lean back.
Oh, you love it. Why don't we?
I have a question. Can I ask you a question before?
Yeah.
Is Naked Chris just naked, like, when he's comfortable, or do you do lots of things naked? Like, do you go to, like, nudist beaches and stuff, or you're more comfortable being naked
As soon as I get
privately?
home, as soon as Naked Chris gets home from work, he's naked.
Yeah? But you don't do anything else naked? You have to be indoors?
Well, I don't want to get arrested. Naked Chris doesn't want to get arrested. So if he's around friends, he knows he can get naked.
Okay.
But if he's around random people, no, not as much.
Sorry for interrupting.
Why was this your idea?
Why don't we take cats for walks?
Is it the listener's turn right now?
No,
I'm seeing all your faces. You think it's a great question.
Try to put a cat on a leash. I feel like it's not going to go well.
I feel like if it was a thing to put cats on leashes, then it would be it's just because society tells you.
Do you have a cat?
I do. My mom
naked?
does.
You have a cat around you while you're naked? Cats scratch, man.
Right.
I don't like cats.
I don't really like cats either, but it's just a question I thought of.
I don't like cats at all.
Me neither.
No one walks them because no one can stand the side of them.
That's not. But people who like them, why don't they take? Because obviously you take your dog out for a walk to go to the bathroom, but people also just take their dogs for walks.
Yeah,
why don't we do that with cats?
Why don't dogs come back when they run away? Often dogs will run away from home and then they're lost and someone has to call you, but a cat seems to always find its way back. Like if I had a cat I didn't like as a pet, I feel like I wouldn't be able to get rid of it. I just leave the door open and hope that it goes away and never comes back, and it would always find its way home.
Oh, you guys, you remember when I kept sharing with you guys that my neighborhood was being terrorized by a peacock? 2 peacocks.
Naked Chris remembers that.
You killed them?
No, but guess what? A couple weeks ago, I saw one of the peacocks outside of our community and sort of like bolting down the sidewalk. And my wife and I turned to each other and we're like, "That's weird," because I live in like part 1 of a community and there's like a part 2 next to it. It's like maybe he's moving to the other community, but he'll be back, right? Because he knows where his home is and he's usually like a free-range peacock. Haven't seen peacock number 1 since.
Wow.
I actually saw the peacock running away, and I didn't report it because I was happy.
Petey flew the coop.
I'll show you a peacock.
What?
Is it the listeners?
Yeah,
turn?
the listeners doing it now?
Well, I'm letting them decide whether they want to take. If you're listening right now, when you have a cat later on, take it for a walk.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Lorenzo sent this question, so if it's bad, blame him. When you do your business number 2, do you keep on your shoes and your hat, or are you all naked?
I keep my shoes on.
Wow.
I don't like bathroom floors. I don't like floors. My shoes hardly ever come off. My clothes often come off because I'm Naked Chris.
I don't understand. Is it the listeners are waiting for you to give them instructions?
Yeah.
Is it the listeners' turn?
Are we done, or
You close with
Thank you, Chris?
Oh, did Dan just want?
Eat it, drink it in, Dan.
This is the Dan Levatar Show with the Stu Cats on the ticket. Time for a sports radio segment, as old as time. Let's talk sports with Naked Chris.
That's right. The Naked Chris segment has returned on 790 The Ticket. I'm Naked Chris. I'm choosing what we talk about. I choose what we want to talk about when we want to talk about it. The only thing you need to know is while I'm doing it, I'm naked. Butt naked. No shirt, no pants, no underwear. I'm actually not even wearing shoes this time. They cleaned the floors in here.
Wow.
Smooth floors. Shoes are off. The hat is still on, though, because that's my thing. And the first thing Naked Chris wants to talk about today is these rules in driving. These unwritten rules. Or are they written? You let me know, Billy.
What are the rules?
If I'm on the highway.
They're very clearly
There's some
written.
rules that are very clearly
But there are
stated.
that are unwritten.
Well, what are they?
There are some that are unwritten.
What are the rules?
If I'm driving on the highway, who says I have to go? This left lane thing. Why can't I go slow in the left lane?
Oh, that's dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
That's the passing lane.
But, like, that's what I mean. I know that that's the quote-unquote rules.
It's probably written.
Where?
If you in the book, the writing, like the test you have to take. If we were to, do you think you could? Sorry, this isn't my segment.
No, go ahead.
Do you think that if you took the driving test again today, like the written rules test, do you think you could pass?
Yes.
I don't think I could. Same thing with like the SAT. If I had to take the SAT now, I'd do terrible. There's just basic math that I've forgotten. By the way, kids, if you're listening, you don't need to know that stuff.
No, but seriously, can we get back to this left lane, passing lane thing? Like, I follow the rule, but I'm just not going to acknowledge that it's an actual rule. If someone wants to go slow in the left lane, you go slow in the left lane. Unless that's an actually written rule, then you probably shouldn't do that.
You know, the first time you did this segment, I was like, let Naked Chris try whatever Naked Chris wants to try. It was popular, and I'm not really sure. Was it popular because Naked Chris was just simply Naked Chris? A question into this so far, and the only note I've written down was Scantrons.
Oh,
wow.
Remember, do you have a number 2 pencil? I only have a number 1 pencil.
No one has them.
Are there number 1 pencils?
Yeah, there are. No one has them, though.
Are there number 3 pencils?
There are.
What
there are number 3?
Yeah, we had this once before, and I looked it up.
What made the Scantron say, you know what? We want to be for number 2 pencils, not for number 1. Why wouldn't the Scantron...
Lobbyist.
Yeah.
Lobbyist.
Like,
there
seriously.
had to be number 2 pencil lobbyists that went to Mr. Scantron and were like, there is only one pencil that can do this for you.
Let's not forget, on the Naked Chris segment, we want to hear from you. So at the end of every topic, we're going to let you have a little chance in your car to tell us what you think about said topic. We don't take phone calls, but we care what you think. You'll just say it. And like I did this time, like last time, I usually start with a weak topic. Last time it was tater tots.
So it's going to get better. Is what you're saying.
Right.
You
It got better
acknowledge this
last
has been
time
a
we
very bad
start.
to
Naked
this.
Chris started with the best form of potato. Today we started with driving rules. Both poor topics that we're starting with. That's what we do on the Naked Chris segment.
I still haven't given my thoughts on...
Yeah, you haven't. You also were supposed to ask each of us, and then you wait to ask the audience. You haven't asked.
Naked Chris
It's been
hasn't-
very loosey-goosey today.
I want to
Naked
hear
Chris.
your guys' thoughts on rules of the
Free-flowing,
road that
if
you
you
guys
will.
don't believe
Are you
in.
going to let Roy answer the question?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I believe in the rules of the road, Chris. Especially the blinkers. You gotta use your turn signal.
That's a good
especially when
example
you
right there.
change lanes.
Does Naked Chris, if I'm changing lanes on the highway, do I have to use a blinker, or is it just good etiquette?
Not in Miami, Naked Chris. In
Right.
Miami, you turn on the blinker as you're actually already committed to changing lanes. Otherwise, if you do it before, the person behind you will zoom up and prevent you from getting in there.
Yeah.
Miami's very different.
I find it interesting that Roy says he respects the rules of the road when he's one of the worst drivers
Oh,
I've
he is
ever seen.
crazy
Worst
driver.
driver.
The worst
Worst
driver.
driver.
You're such a dangerous driver.
I've been in the car with him 3 times. One time was okay. The other time, I was afraid. The other time, we almost killed Dan, who was on a bicycle. Dan didn't know that we did it. And to this day, we're keeping it secret from him.
I don't even want to say he's a bad driver per se. He's just kind of like a reckless
Yes.
driver that drives extremely fast. If you
So
just
fast.
slow it down a little bit, you could be a good driver. Like, this is NASCAR, Roy.
I agree with that notion, Billy. I appreciate the advice. But keep in mind, we're in Miami. So I'm driving to Miami's rules here.
Well, you're part of the problem.
Yeah, you are part of the problem because you're like on the beach and it's Collins. It's a little sore. You remember the time you almost hit Dan, right? And he flipped you off from his bicycle, not knowing it was you.
That never happened.
That absolutely happened. You remember that time, right?
That never happened.
Roy. Roy.
Once a month, Naked Chris is driving on the causeway, and a car goes flying by him, and I'm like, there's Roy.
That's Roy. And it is. It usually is Roy.
We're getting away from the Naked Chris.
All right.
Yeah. And Naked Chris.
Talking about me.
Naked Chris, you have to let the audience chime in.
All right, Naked Chris now wants the audience to give your thoughts on the rules of the road. Go ahead. Those are some good thoughts right there. Some of you I disagreed with, but overall, good thoughts. Next thing we're going to talk about on the Naked Chris segment. If
You're extending your arms.
I'm dancing.
Part of Naked Chris.
It's a free flowing segment,
This
man.
music sounds like a Dos Equis commercial.
It does. When you pick music for this segment, you want a music that just screamed, "I'm naked"?
I wanted to be able to sway my hips while Naked Chris was talking. Billy, how do I look today?
You're looking good, man. Let me see the feet. You lied. You're wearing socks. You told the people you weren't wearing shoes, and you didn't say anything about the socks. You still have the socks on.
These floors are still a little licky, though. I like to slide. Naked Chris likes to slide back and forth. All right, next topic on Naked Chris segment. Beaches or pools? If you're going on a vacation, and you're in a tropic location, and you're at a hotel with a really nice pool, but right across the street you got a beach. Where are you guys spending most of your time? Billy?
Man, that all depends on the beach. Because some beaches are nicer than others. Some waves it's choppier. Mm-hmm. I like both. I mean, the thing about it also depends on the pool. I'm not good at this game because there's too many factors.
Yeah. Naked Chris now goes to Mike.
I don't think this segment works.
Oh, it works. Roy?
I know it's an either-or question, but I would go with neither. I'm not a beach or pool person. That's right. I said it. I'm not a beach
How do you
person.
kick back and relax?
I don't really.
That's not surprising to Naked Chris because I've never seen Roy's legs. So if you're going to go to the beach or a pool, I'd have to see your legs.
I've seen Roy's legs twice. Once at a Levitard family barbecue. And
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They have family barbecues?
They used to back in the day.
Like reunions?
No,
CFTR.
Easter.
They used to have so many cool things that we
Picnics.
missed out on. Me
Easter
and Naked
picnics.
Chris missed out on.
Well, I used to go to Easter picnic.
Did you go to Thanksgiving?
No.
I've seen his legs a couple of times during grid of death punishments.
Oh, that's true, actually. I saw him in a Speedo recently. Forgot about that.
To answer your question,
That's true.
are both places awesome? The beach is awesome. I get a recliner. I get waitress out there. Same deal as
Get all that stuff at the pool.
What kind of
Server.
beaches are these?
Server.
Where are you going to the
2018.
beach?
No, if I'm
Go
on
to the beach. You take a
No, no,
towel,
no.
you put the towel down, you go to the beach. What
No,
kind
he
of
told
rich
me
beaches
if I'm
are
in
these you go to?
a tropical
Fancy.
location
Right.
and I'm kicking back
Fancy
and relaxing.
over here.
That was Naked Chris.
Some
correct me if I'm
resorts do have parts of a beach that
Fancy.
have service like
Naked
that.
Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but the parameters of the game made it seem as though I was kicking back
resort
and
beach.
relaxing, and it was like a resort beach. Then I would do the beach.
Naked Chris is okay with what you're saying.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
Naked Chris. However, most beaches aren't like that, and
Correct.
for that reason, I'm going pool.
Me too. The right answer here is pool. Here's why. This was all just a big scheme so Naked Chris could rip beaches. Because he doesn't like beaches. They're icky, kind of like the floors in here. You can't leave a beach without being disgusting. Don't even get me started on the actual water of going in there.
Oh, Naked Chris, have you seen the seaweed lately?
Oh my God, it's terrible.
What is? There's commission meetings about this Beckham Stadium going on today. They should talk about this seaweed epidemic that's going on. You want to talk about icky? I gotta swim out about 50 yards, and that's dangerous.
You ever see someone walking to their car from the beach? We see it all the time here because we work right near a beach. Their feet are gross with
So
sand.
gross.
And
You wash them off.
no, see, this is I was getting. Thank you.
There's
I was
a
getting to
line,
this.
usually.
Those showers are always in the sand. Put the showers away from the sand so I can clean off and then not have to walk in any more sand.
They are away from the sand. They're on the sidewalk, but the sidewalk is super sandy.
Right, exactly. You cannot leave the beach. Why do you think all those people that are walking to their cars with sandy feet, they wash themselves, but they're still dirty because it's a gross place.
Do you have any more topics, Naked Chris?
Yes.
Is this song Whatever Lola Wants, Lola Gets? It sort of sounds like it.
Be.
All right, before we move on, Naked Chris wants to hear from you. Let me hear your thoughts. Beaches or pools? Go ahead. So you agree with me?
I agree with me that is whatever Lola wants, Lola gets.
All right. Next topic. We got time for one more topic here on the Naked Chris Show.
We don't really.
We don't really, but go for it.
all-star games in every profession.
Oh.
Imagine in every city, once a year, all the best cooks go to one restaurant, and then imagine the wait at that restaurant that night.
In every
All-star
profession.
night.
Naked Chris, this is a good idea.
Come on.
This is a terrible.
All the best
All-star
mechanics.
teachers.
All the best mechanics go to one shop. Like every year, it's a different shop.
And is there like a derby before, like a tire rotation
right.
derby?
And you have to like sign up weeks in advance. I'm taking my car to the All-Star mechanic.
Yeah.
How do you think the line would be?
Well, you have to sign up.
You would have to sign up, and it's obviously going to a different city every year because there's going to be a crazy bidding process for the mechanics.
You have to
also.
pay to go to these mechanics?
Yeah.
So they'd be super expensive if they're the
No,
best.
normal pricing, just like mechanics. They don't hose.
This
is like a
don't get me
community-
started on mechanics.
yeah.
I would like to get you started on mechanics.
Not
Unless
today.
Naked Chris
Not
doesn't want
today.
to get you started on mechanics.
That is all for the Naked Chris segment.
Wait.
this
You
time.
You didn't ask
let
the
the
audience or
audience-
Roy.
Or Roy. You're forgetting
Well,
Roy.
Or me, or really Mike.
well,
you didn't really ask anyone.
This last
I
topic
just
was
said
really just All-Star. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, I
gave you my
You're
thoughts.
breaking the format.
All right, go ahead.
So, like, I used to be a stock boy. There'd be like an all-star game of stock
Yes.
boys. Who would watch
Exactly.
that?
Well, it's not on
I'm just
TV.
putting things on
It's
boxes,
not for
taking them
TV.
off boxes,
It's
and putting them on
just
shelves.
for the people. It's for you to feel good about your profession.
Okay.
So you know you're the best of your profession. It's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea, and I only think it's a good idea because I'm pretty sure we'd make the All-Star game.
What about mouse catchers? Like people people that go to like exterminate things, or like termite people. You'd have to like infest the house with termites to make sure that the best termite people could come and exterminate them.
Sounds like a pretty gnarly competition, actually.
The radio industry is actually what got me in this topic. I was thinking yesterday, I was in the shower. I'm like, think about a radio all-star. You have Dan Patrick hosting, Stu Gatz, Mike Ryan's the producer.
None of us would be there. We're not good at this.
Oh, we'd
Look, have you heard this
absolutely.
segment? None of us would be at an all-star game of radio.
That's fair.
Segment's hurting our chances.
This is the Dan Levatar Show with the Stu Cats on the ticket. Time for sports radio segment, as old as time. Let's talk sports with Naked Chris.
That's right. The Naked Chris segment has returned. I talk about what I want to talk about, when I want to talk about it. The only thing you need to know is while I'm doing it, I'm naked. No shirt, no pants, no underwear, naked. Butt naked. I am wearing my shoes because it's a little icky in here. I'm also wearing a hat because that's my thing. The first thing we're going to talk about today on the Naked Chris segment is Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. Now, ESPN's Mike Greenberg is reporting that they will play Thanksgiving weekend heads up in a golf match. Now, it's being reported that it'll be for $10 million. That's not official, but that's what the rumors are.
According to ESPN's Mike Greenberg.
Well, I don't think he's reporting the money. That's what he's not reporting. He's reporting they're going to play Thanksgiving weekend.
In fact, the rumors were swirling that it was $10 million. ESPN's Mike Greenberg reported that actually hasn't been worked out just yet. But there are rumblings that it's $10 million.
We are riding with $10 million because that's really, I'm using that as just a jump off point.
You don't want to take ESPN's Mike Greenberg's lead on this. He seems to be in the know.
No. We're just going to pretend that they're playing for $10 million.
At what point does the charity aspect comes into this? Because is it just heads up and they're playing for $10 million? Because that's a pretty awful look for two wealthy
Is it
dudes.
for charity?
There needs to be a
Yeah, it
charitable element here somewhere.
Yes.
No?
I agree.
What's going on over there,
This
Billy?
seat is so gross. Like, sorry, I'm in Stu Gatz's seat, and there's like just pink goo. I don't even know what this is.
Let me see.
Like, look at this. Look,
Naked Chris thinks that's gross.
what is this? Look at this.
Oh.
That's just on the micro. This is disgusting. Sorry, Naked Chris.
You've thrown me off. That is so disgusting. I want to know what this gook is.
Did he just... It looks as though he had a note that he wanted to pin to the microphone, so he just reached into his ear to grab some sort of natural adhesive and stuck it to the paper.
It's like pink It's weird. Sorry,
There's
Naked
two
Chris.
gross things
All right.
in that studio.
We digress. Naked Chris segment back on track. $10 million Tiger and Phil might play for. And the question I'm posing to you guys, if you had to play in any form of competition for $10 million, what are you going with?
Ooh.
It could be any game. It could be any sport. It could be like old school stuff you did when you were a kid. I feel like you guys don't have stuff off the top of your head. Usually, the Naked Chris segment, this is how it works. Naked Chris throws out a topic, we go around the room, and then Naked Chris gives his topic, and at the very end, before we move on, we give the listeners a chance, because we want to hear from you, a chance to give your answers in your car.
Yeah, we'll respectfully stay silent while you're giving us your opinions.
Okay.
We're collecting all of it, right?
Right.
I do have something off the top of my
All
head.
right. So
But the question wasn't posed to me, and I want to respect the format.
But Naked Chris hasn't told us what he would play for yet.
Right.
tell you.
No, I think the way that he established it is that he wanted to go around the room and then
And
give
then we
his.
get back to him.
Yeah.
The rules are ever changing here,
are.
and I'm struggling to look. I got to be honest. I'm struggling to. I don't want to say grasp. That's probably the wrong word.
Yeah.
Understand this segment. Number one, the formula, the structure of it seems to be ever changing, and also he's naked.
Hold on, let me stand up.
Not necessary. Not necessary.
Wow.
Not necessary. Remember a couple weeks ago when we said you were looking better?
Yeah.
That's changed.
Yeah.
No.
What happened?
I mean, I had a kid, man. You don't work out a lot when you have a kid.
Right. So who are you asking first?
All right, Billy. $10 million.
Give me. Come back to me.
$10 million on the line. You can compete in any single thing in the world.
All right.
It can be as little or as big of an event.
It has to be, and it could be an athletic competition or any sort of
Anything.
competition. I would. But who am I playing?
See, that's just don't think about that. Just think about we're talking about your
That's
strength.
hugely important.
I know what I'm going to go
I
with.
can't pick a video game, and then all of a sudden I find out that I'm playing against a professional video game player, right? Here's what I'll do. I'll go athletic competition, and I'm just going to assume I'm going up against one of you guys.
Okay.
I will, we'll do PKs, and the person that keeps the most PKs out is the winner.
Oh, so a goalie contest?
I was
yeah.
thinking that's somewhere you would go.
I would
when
go there
envisioned it.
because I play a couple times a week. I'm confident in my ability there, at least stacked up next to you guys.
Soccer goalie PKs.
But if I'm playing against, Peter Cech, that might not go well for me.
I think you're playing this wrong. Don't think about who you're playing against. Think about just what you're
It's an
best
important
at.
variable, Naked Chris.
But just think about your greatest skill set, like what you think you would be. So if there was like a tournament for something,
Okay, is there a tournament for producing the Dan Levitard show?
right? Like that could be also something. That's not really what I'm looking for. You're not really playing this.
How about
so
this?
far.
How about taking selfies of Billy Gill? Because I'm the only one that can take a selfie of Billy
And
Gill.
see, I-
No,
technically.
the way you'd play
You're
that
looking
is
at
just
this next
a
level.
selfie competition.
He's
No,
so smart.
of Billy Gill.
You're so smart. You're so smart.
All right, Roy, can you help me out here? These two aren't really playing this game well.
All right, I'll help you out here. Home run derby.
You would not
See,
win
like,
a
that's-
home
I
run
would.
derby.
I would absolutely.
You
Yeah,
are living off of this home run that you hit at Pro Player Stadium
metal
years
bat.
ago with a metal bat. It's kind of embarrassing. You're the guy that talks about his high school glory.
Well, you can't do it.
Wow.
I probably can. I wasn't out there.
Wow.
Roy, I think I'd beat you in a home run.
I would take Naked Chris.
Yeah, I doubt.
Wow.
Well,
I can actually hit.
Wow.
You got a soft BP ball. This guy
Wow.
got a hit off of Matt Latos.
Matt Latos
Wow.
struck out against Anthony Swarzak.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo.
Wow.
Whoop-de-damn-doo.
All right,
What's your take, Naked
thank
Chris?
you. I have two, just because I like to give options around here. First one, putt-putt golf. I'm a good golfer,
Is that miniature golf?
but I think if I'm really trying to compete at the height, miniature golf. Is it not putt-putt? It's called miniature golf? Putt-putt
no
golf.
one plays putt-putt anymore. It's all about top golf. I'd rock you.
Putt-putt golf I'm going with. Also, thumb war.
Oh, I'm so
Thumb
much
war?
better than
No.
you at thumb war.
I'll beat you in a thumb
Yeah, I'll
right
beat you
now.
on it right
No.
now.
Right now.
What's all right? What are the
Right now.
What are you talking about?
I will so house you in a thumb war.
Oh, go ahead.
Can we
You
use-
see this
This
thumb?
isn't good for radio. We'll do this
You see
later on
this thumb?
Instagram.
Yeah, no, we'll do this later.
gonna
I'm
have a
going
tournament.
to house you.
I want to see this.
I'm good.
$1 million.
All right.
Thumb war.
We are now moving on. Before we do that, I want to give the listeners a chance to give your favorite thing. We're going to let you say what competition you would play for $10 million. Go ahead. All right.
Wow.
Some impressive stuff there. The next topic on the Naked Chris show. I think that we should have a show MVP chain that we give out every day. The Miami Marlins have an MVP chain that Cameron Maben paid for, and then they traded him away. The University of Miami football team have the turnover chain. I think we should have something that we give out at the end of every show that we wear the following day. Like today, I would be wearing the chain because yesterday I gave the great movie Friends twist, and that was a
Yeah.
great part of yesterday's show.
Yeah, you pitched it to Adam McKay.
I pitched it to Adam McKay.
Probably would have given you the chain.
Right,
if we
so
had a
I'd be
chain.
wearing the chain right now. Billy, what are your thoughts on that?
You want to have a chain that we give each other every day because you think yesterday you were the best person on the show.
Well, I just happen to be the one that would be wearing it today. But in general, I just think it'd be a funny idea.
I don't think I would wear a chain every day. We had like a hat or something that we would wear. The winner would have to wear for fantasy football, and no one wore it ever. We had something like
Charlie
that.
wore it. Charlie wore it.
Well,
Charlie loved him some Charlie.
Yeah.
Moving on. Not really anything.
Didn't really care
Didn't
about
ask anybody else or the audience.
or the audience.
I felt that topic fell a little flat.
Well, I mean, but again, Naked Chris.
Yes.
Again,
You may speak.
this is my struggle with this because you don't know how this segment goes. It's
Free-flowing.
always okay. So that's what it is. The rules are ever changing.
Moving on.
At least get the audience.
Well, all right, audience. What do you think about the show chain? All right. Next thing I want to talk about on the Naked Chris segment, I want to talk about what is the happiest that sports has ever made you. One moment in your life, the happiest that sports has ever made you. Who wants to go first?
So now we're volunteering?
Yep.
I mean, it's been different each time you've.
You know what I think I'm
logged
going to
out.
start doing? I'm going to start giving you these topics a little earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naked Chris, that would be helpful.
So that,
Or you just sticking to any sort of format, Naked Chris.
because I always see you guys thinking, so I'm like, should I just go
You
first?
could also go first and give everyone else time to think.
All right. I am going with the 2003 Florida Marlins winning the World Series. And I know that's kind of simple for a South Florida fan. Like, it's probably going to be one of the championships. But I have a specific moment from in this World Series where Naked Chris feels is the best. And
Alex,
where I
it's
was
always
at
fun.
the happiest. Thank you, Billy, for ruining it, because you know. Like,
Is that
we've
right?
had personal conversations about stuff. I was the reason that Naked Chris was the reason that Alex Gonzalez hit the home run in the 11th inning, I believe, in Game 4 against the Yankees.
Wow, you should have
Here's
gotten
why.
the 2003 MVP chain.
Here's why. I would have gotten it. I was at the game, and we had a couple innings. It was going into extras, I think the 9th, 10th. We didn't score any runs, so we were going through a lull. And I was like, you know what? We need to change things up. So,
Rally cap.
So before the bottom of the 11th inning, I left my seat. I went up into the concourse. I'm like, I'm going to change things up. And I was watching that inning from the concourse.
Oh my God.
You
missed it?
And then Alex Gonzalez, I was changing it up. I
You
was
were
doing it for the
oh
team.
my God.
I was doing it for
You were
the
at the
team.
game and you
I was
went
at
to
the
get
game. I was like,
food
you
and
know
you
what?
missed
No, I didn't
it.
go to get food. I was like, we got to change this up. I'm going up there just to change it up. What happens? Alex Gonzalez, home run. I go running out there to celebrate with everyone, and I was like, yes, I changed it up. I did that.
Thank you, Naked Chris.
You're welcome.
Naked Chris, how are you that person and you don't do the wave?
I'm superstitious. You got to change, especially in baseball. All right, favorite sports moment, Billy.
Come back to me. I need to think.
My favorite sports moment was beating the Spurs in the NBA Finals because that was such a difficult series. It was so hard. I remember going to Keg South when Ray Allen hit that shot, and Game 7 was no picnic either. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James just started nailing every mid-range jumper. It was an incredible series. As a fan, I'm partial, and I'm going to say that's the best NBA Finals I've ever seen. Hardest championship my team has ever had to win, and made me the happiest.
All right. Roy?
Yeah, it's the win versus the Spurs because I was producing the Heat's radio broadcast back then, and for that Ray Allen shot, I noticed 2 minutes before the end of the fourth quarter, the Heat was starting to come back, and I started to create highlights for it. And I was like, okay, all right, this is a good comeback here.
What was your reaction in the studio when he hit the shot?
Oh, frantic, highlight cutting. That's what that was. I had to rush to the computer and cut that thing up just so I can replay it.
Billy.
Did I have to be there in person or
No, just like the best sports has ever made you feel.
I mean, I like the Marlins stuff. I like the Pudge Out was cool. I was there for that.
Yeah,
that
me
was
too.
fun.
Oh, that was great.
The World Series was cool. I mean, I've had a lot of cool moments.
So you're not
Probably
gonna pick one?
Marlin Ray. Well, I mean, there's other things involved too. Like, I went to the Daytona 500, and that wasn't like a sports moment, but I went with my family. That was cool. I thought that was fun.
I don't believe
Ninja Warrior was really cool. I thought that was cool.
Daytona 500, I don't believe.
No, but those are just Marty Smith
That's
hooked
a
it
cool-
up, and
that's a
I
cool event to
I
go
was
to.
able to take my dad down. We were in the pits. It was a cool experience. I mean, But that was, I think, was more family related.
I've been to WrestleManias.
Yeah.
I was there when Ric Flair had his final match. Yeah, well, his final important match in WWE. That's one of the great sports moments ever.
All right.
How about this? Robert Andino hit a walk-off home run, happiest I've ever been.
I was there when Jeremy Hermida hit in his first at-bat, hit a grand slam.
Wow.
I feel like now we're just naming big.
Yeah,
like, I was at Anibal Sanchez's no-hitter, but that's
Whoa!
not...
Wow,
I've never been at one.
congratulations.
That does I don't even think that cracks my top 5.
Are we going happy or emotional?
Just happy.
Has sports
Okay.
ever made you cry? This is not my segment. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sports. I don't think I've ever cried about sports.
Oh, get out of
Like-
here. That's a lie.
You've never cried about sports?
No.
You didn't cry when
Naked
D. Gordon
Chris-
hit that home run after Jose Fernandez? You didn't cry. You don't have a heart.
I did cry, actually. I
Boom.
saw that yesterday during the rain delay of the Marlins game. Naked Chris was watching. They were playing highlights of that.
Naked Chris
I did
was
cry when D. Gordon hit that home run, actually. But I was thinking tears of joy.
Sorry. Why don't
right.
you ask the audience?
Moving on. Before we move
Wait,
on, we're
no,
going to
you
get
have
the
to-
audience.
Yeah, okay. Man, you don't know how your segment works.
All right, audience. What is the best sports has ever made you felt?
It's a feel.
Moving on.
Wow.
Do I really have to pick up my dog's poop?
What?
Okay, can I raise my arm here and fight you on this, Naked Chris? Yeah, you do.
Why?
You do. I finally caught somebody on Saturday whose dog had just freshly pooped on my lawn. And I chased them down and I gave them a roll of bags. I'm like, hey, in this neighborhood, we do this. And by the way, I was lying because in my neighborhood, I seem to be the only one doing this. I got a nice little lawn in my front yard. I live in a community of townhomes, and they're very disrespectful.
I'm
I
in
got
the same exact thing.
dog poop all over my front lawn. I could be vengeful, and I could just have my dog poop on lawns, but I don't want to do that because I have respect for my neighbors. My neighbors don't have respect for me, and it bothers me to no end.
So Mike says yes, you have to pick up your dog's poop.
I just, if there's nobody around, I'm the guy that does the fake pickup. I bend down just to give the illusion in case anyone's watching me from out their window.
So you have the bag,
Yeah.
and you go down, and you basically touch the poop with the bag.
No, I go
and then
right
you
next
come
to
back.
it. Right next to the poop.
But you're doing the hard part.
I just feel like it's nature, man. What is the big
It is
harm?
biodegradable. The harm is that you could
Yes,
be
you guys.
walking into your home.
Are you river dancing out on your grass that you need?
No,
this
I'm just
clean
walking.
space?
No, look, it is very upsetting to me when I casually walk on my lawn to either get the garbage can because I have a driveway, but guess what goes in the driveway? Cars, and cars take up space. I don't always have room on my driveway to walk. Sometimes I'm required to walk on the grass. Okay? And it's very upsetting to me that I put in for all this effort, which really isn't much, to pick up after my dog, and yet, once a month, I got the hose out on one of my Prestos because I stepped in dog poop. It's not cool.
In Naked Chris's perfect world, you don't have to pick yours up, so you're not troubling yourself. We all just...
There's just more poop for me to step on, Naked Chris.
Why do cars park in a driveway but drive in a parkway? I've seen that before. That's not what we're talking about now. Sorry.
Roy, what's your thoughts on picking up poop?
Yeah, pick it up. You gotta pick it up. That's disrespectful. Having to walk your dog and then have your dog trap on somebody else's lawn. You just leave it there? No.
I think it's just rude because society, it's kind of like going back to Naked Chris segment a few weeks ago, like the passing lane, the left lane being the fast lane. These are unwritten rules.
No, that rule is written.
That's a written
everybody,
rule.
everybody.
Why?
And then there's lots of places that have signs that tell you to pick it up, which would make it written because it's on a sign with words.
I'm just not buying it. I'm not going fast in the left lane unless I feel like it, and I'm not picking up my dog's poop.
Audience?
All right, we're gonna go to the audience and see what you guys feel about poop and me being picked up. I think they agree with me.
Yeah. How many more topics are there?
Well, we're a little late, so I think we should probably go to break.
You don't have one more topic?
Ooh, one more. Bonus topic.
Bonus topic?
You guys want a bonus topic?
Bonus topic. Quickly.
I just have a stat for you.
Ooh,
Your topic is a stat.
Naked Chris has a stat.
All
Naked
right.
Chris
Are you
stat
going
of the day.
to pose it as a question?
No.
You don't
All
have
right.
anything else on there but a stat?
But you should give the audience time to react
Let
to
me
your
see.
stat.
Can I see?
Well, we could go I have two options. We could go a stat or one more topic.
Stat.
Topic.
Yeah.
Let's do them both. Quickly. Go. Both.
Jose Reyes is the first player since 1884 to hit 2 home runs the game after allowing 2 home runs.
Audience, react.
Now the stat.
That was a stat.
Oh.
Best animated movie ever.
Wow. Ooh, okay. Okay, is Billy ready to go first here?
Are cartoons and like computer animated?
Yes.
Oh, give me a second. Yeah, I got to think about this. Yeah, come back to me.
Roy.
The Lion King.
The Lion King?
Yes.
What? Good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Ready for mine?
No.
No,
There's still 2 more people.
You're supposed to go
And-
last.
Yeah.
Why? Is this a
You guys
a
look
bit
so
that you're
stumped.
doing?
You
no,
look so
I got
stumped.
one.
All right,
There's
go.
just so many good animated
Nick
movies.
and Chris, can I go?
Go ahead.
Lion King was really good. I want to do something different. It would have been Lion King, but I'll go Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Honestly, I have a top 5, and you guys have taken 2 of them. So,
Wait, are we giving our top 5?
no, I just have a top 5 because it's Naked Chris.
Are you going to give us all our top 5?
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to knock one off right here, too. Toy Story. Boom.
Nope, not on my top 5.
What?
I feel like Toy Story's the easy answer. I was kind of trying to go off
Round
the
out
board.
your top 5.
The Incredibles. The Incredibles 2.
Fern Gully.
Lilo and Stitch.
Fern Gully.
What else is on your
Number
list?
5.
Bebe's
Number
Kids.
5.
Little Mermaid.
Land Before Time.
Land Before
Ooh,
Time.
Littlefoot.
Number 4. The Jungle Book. Number 3. Aladdin.
Knocked off the list.
And I had number 1 at Lion King, but for suspense, I'm going to put number 2, Lion King.
Wow.
Number 1, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Man, get out of here.
That's pretty good.
Get out.
Audience?
No.
Go ahead, audience. Give us your
Are they
favorite
giving their
animated
top
movie.
5 or just
Just the top one.
Oh,
Go.
A lot of Toy Story.
Wow, some good ones there. All right, guys. That's it for this week of Naked Chris.
This is the Dan Levatar Show with the Stugatz on the ticket. Time for sports radio segment, as old as time. Let's talk sports with Naked Chris.
That's right. You heard the man. It's back. I got a lot of stuff to get to, so I'm going to do this quick. I'm Naked Chris. This is my segment. We talk about what I want to talk about. No shoes, no shirt, no underwear. I'm wearing my hat because that's my thing. No pants either.
No shoes?
That's right. No shoes today.
Yeah,
Floors are clean.
No
Floors
shoes.
are clean.
I listened to the Open, right? And Bobby says, let's talk sports.
Yeah.
We haven't really done that.
We sprinkle it in.
Okay.
I got a lot of things I want to get off my chest today. It's been a while. Been a couple weeks.
Hurricane stock?
No. We covered that last time.
I didn't finish my Josh Darrow set.
No.
You
Yeah,
sure?
get out of here.
No, I mean, it was pretty good.
If you're new to the Naked Chris segment, this is what we do. I throw out the topics, we digest it, and then we give it out to you. We want to hear from you on the Naked Chris segment. So at the end of every topic, we're going to let the listeners in your car give your thoughts. And then we'll move on. First topic. When I'm at Publix or I'm shopping, and I'm in the produce section, when I'm picking out apples or tomatoes, I feel like people are judging me when I'm inspecting all of them. Like, am I allowed free reign just to touch any tomato, any apple I want? Because anytime I'm always looking over my shoulder because I feel like people are judging me.
Are you asking if you're allowed to
Yeah.
touch the fruits? Yeah, you're allowed to touch the fruits before you buy them.
But that's kind of gross. If everyone
You wash them before you eat them. Like when you buy fruits, you should wash them because other people have touched them also.
so you just rinse them through the water and you think that that's just getting every germ off of them. Just a quick little rinse.
What is your suggestion? Like, what's the other way of doing this?
I think that you try to buy fruit and produce with as little touching as possible, I think is the proper way.
Okay.
So basically, what you're saying is just a visual aspect of it.
But
Just look at them,
Roy's eating grapes right now.
and I rinse these.
Right.
There
And
you go.
you think that fully clean them?
It might not,
So
but it helps.
am I the only one that you guys don't feel insecure? You have free reign. You touch any tomato you want.
Oh, when it comes to produce, I think Miami's best starting field position was its own 30.
I'm confused. Are you pro-touching or anti-touching? Because you said you touch them, but you don't like other people touching them. So you want to touch them yourself.
I do touch them, but I always feel like I'm being judged. Maybe it's just my own neurosis.
It's understandable that you feel like people are judging you
Right.
because LSU had possessions that started at the UM 47, own 42, own 44, own 44, Miami
gonna end.
41, own 48.
Audience, Give us your thoughts. Do you guys touch produce? Do you judge people for touching produce? Moving on. Why don't grapes taste like grape-flavored things?
You're saying, like, why don't grape candy, grape soda, grape whatever tastes like the grapes, the fruit?
Right.
Yeah.
It's weird because cherry things taste like cherries, apple things taste like apples, but yet grape-flavored, like a grape-flavored push pop doesn't taste like grapes.
I feel very closed off from this Naked Chris segment.
I think that what it is that grapes individually, and I mean, I'm no grape expert, but grapes individually don't seem to really taste, like, to me, grapes just taste wet, but, like, if you crush a bunch of grapes together, you can make wine, and that has a taste, but that's also, like, alcohol.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like, I don't know.
That's a good question, right?
It's a great question.
Thank
It's better
you.
than the
That's what we
first
do
one.
here on the Naked Chris segment.
It's not just because you're ignoring my solid University of Miami analysis. It's because I don't eat fruit.
All right.
Why don't you eat fruit?
I don't like fruit.
This topic.
Because people are touching it?
No, I don't like. I think my favorite fruit is a tomato.
Oh.
Do
Roy?
you have trouble pooping?
No,
This fruit helps that.
it does.
Yeah.
I've heard, but no, I like citrus. Citrus is a fruit, I guess. I could eat an entire lemon.
Roy?
I brought fruit here today, so yes, I like
You
fruit.
actually have grapes right there.
Yes, and a banana.
Do you agree with my premise that they don't actually taste like grape-flavored things?
I mean, fruit-flavored things don't really taste like the actual fruit anyway.
Well, I disagree. Like an apple-flavored blow pop tastes like apple.
Boom.
Yeah, but apple-flavored Crown Royal doesn't taste like apple. It tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
Got a hint of apple.
I just think fruit is kind of icky.
What?
Even veggies, I cook them. I don't like the idea. I know it's super fresh and from
yeah.
the earth, but I don't like that it's not processed
I love
in any sort
biting
of
into
way.
it.
Right.
Good
I don't
fruit.
feel like it's safe. I don't like the way it feels in my mouth. I don't like any of those things. I can't be alone in this.
I don't think this topic really goes out to the audience. What are they going to give me their thoughts on grape-flavored things? So we're just going to move on.
Well, that's how all the topics are.
Not fair.
Moving on. When you guys are driving, I know we probably all have this because we get here early in the morning. Sometimes on the way home in the afternoon. You're driving, you get that sleepy feeling. You guys know what I'm talking about? Where you just like feel like you're going to fall asleep and you got to do something, whether it's, give yourself a little slap in the face, turn your music up, something to like get you out of that funk so you don't crash your car. In fact, there's probably someone driving right now
With
who
that
has that
sleepy
feeling. Hey, wake up! Hey, wake up! Naked Chris says, wake up!
Oh, that worked.
It did. If someone, I guarantee you there's one person driving right now that had that feeling. They're like, whoa.
You backed away though, and it was like a very low wake up. Like you should be like if you're gonna try to shock them and wake them up, you should be like right up in the mic. Like, hey,
Wake up!
like
Wake up.
that. Yeah.
He unlike you cared about like the sonic
Right.
aspect of
Right,
the
right.
radio show and you don't want to peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my
Yeah, but we're
question,
trying to save someone's life here. They're falling asleep while
Right.
they're driving. Wake up!
my question here,
He's pretty bad at that. He's
No, he's not.
historically bad at the
I can guarantee you people are awake now.
the question here is, what is your guys' cure? When you're feeling that feeling and you got to get home, you got a half-hour drive still, what do?
I chew gum.
That's good. Mine is that if I'm not listening to music or let's say I have radio on, I change it up. I'll put on a song that I gotta like sing. So it brings I'll start doing a little concert in my car to really wake myself up. Billy?
I remember one instance where it was really dangerous. I probably shouldn't have been driving. It was when I was an intern. I was interning at Channel 4, and I had a Monday Night Football game against the Jets. And we were at the stadium until 1 or 2 in the morning because we were getting sound and stuff afterwards. I was there with, the camera guy, Louis Bala. And then we ended up going back to the station, and then I had to intern in the morning for Sedano, and I had to be there at 5:30
Are these
in the
important
morning.
details for your
Yeah, it
sleep
is.
remedy?
Yeah, it is
The
important.
cameraman's name was Louis Abala.
Yeah, Louis Bala.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Continue.
Needed
So-
that detail.
Yeah. So then I was driving and I only had an hour to sleep and I was falling asleep while I was driving. I'm like, this is really dangerous. So I kept biting my knuckles.
Biting your knuckles?
Yeah, I was
never
causing
tried that.
myself physical pain. And then I realized this is way too much work.
decent.
I
I'll try
probably
that.
should have just
Maybe I'll try
taken
that
the
next
day
time.
off from one of them.
I tell you what doesn't help is having corrective lenses in your eye, and you know this, Billy. It dries your eyes out.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help. But what I do is just I keep the radio up loud. Keep it up loud.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Audience?
Audience, what do you guys do when you're getting that sleepy feeling while you're driving? All right.
Save someone again.
Moving on. In sports, I heard Mike say this a couple weeks ago, and I wrote it down in my notes. In sports, why is being washed or washed up considered a bad thing? Because to me, it just sounds lovely. Billy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like washed up.
Are you saying that it should be referred to as, oh, he's dirty?
Right, because when I get washed up, I feel great. Every night I get washed up, and I'm relaxed. I'm more comfortable than I was before.
We got to look up the origins because it is bizarre on the surface, and it just seems like commonplace because it's a part of our cliches. It's a part of our sports cliches, but I don't know how something becoming washed. Well, I know where washed came from, the term washed up, but what's washed up? Maybe something washed up ashore,
right? Something
old that's been battered by the salty sea. Could that be it?
We'll circle back. Moving on.
You're not going to ask the audience or Roy?
Well, until we have an answer.
Roy's hard at work looking it up.
All right, audience.
What do we think of BLTs? Are you guys pro or anti BLT? The sandwich.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato?
Yeah.
I'm anti-BLT.
Anti-BLT?
Yeah.
Mike, pro or anti-BLT?
I'm pro because, as I told you, my favorite fruit is the T in the BLT.
Yeah. I'm a big BLT guy,
Do you
Billy.
like lettuce? Do you like salads? Because you don't like fruits.
I love salads, actually. I know you can't tell by looking at me. Naked Chris is a big fan of
Mike, do you like lettuce?
I can get down with lettuce. Roy's found the origins of washed up.
At the end of the day's work, a factory worker usually washes his hands. From the motion of washing the hands after finishing a job came the expression all washed up.
Oh.
So it's like you're finished.
Yeah, if you're washed up, you're done with your job.
Right. Okay. Cool. BLTs. Billy, you don't like BLTs. Why?
I don't like lettuce and tomatoes. I like, when I order food, I order plain.
Yeah, you are that guy. Like a burger, no lettuce, no tomato.
One time, me and Louis Abalo went to Burger King, and I ordered a plain burger. He got the lettuce and tomato.
Moving on. Actually, first audience, what do you guys think of BLTs? Moving on. What are our thoughts on dogs licking / kissing our faces?
Hate it.
You
it
have
wasn't my
a dog?
turn. It wasn't my turn.
Do
Sorry.
you have a dog?
No, it's not my turn. I don't want to break the format.
No, do you have a dog?
No, you can get to me. Get to me.
I'm asking
you do your thing first, and then get to me.
No, I'm asking you, do you have a dog?
Okay. Yeah.
And
Mini Gill.
Mini Gill does not lick your face.
No, I don't like it. I don't like any licking, to be honest with you. I'm not pro licking.
I'm judging you.
Why? You like a dog licking your mouth? That's disgusting.
I mean, I'm not opening my mouth, but a little lick.
On your mouth?
Yeah.
No, gross. You know where that tongue has been?
It's
Dog
isn't there a
butts.
saying that dogs have cleaner mouths than humans?
I mean, yeah, but there's all kinds of sayings that aren't true.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's true, but it's been said.
You're gonna
Mike,
start making out with dogs because of the
I'm
saying?
not making. I actually had a friend growing up who would like open his mouth and kiss his dog.
Gross.
Yeah, that's weird.
I won't open mouth kiss my dog. I won't let my dog lick me for extended periods of time, but a quick peck, it's one of the tricks that she knows. Roma, kiss?
Yes.
Kiss? She'll give me a little peck. And
I mean,
I think it's
what is like going
super
on
heartwarming.
in the deep realms of your soul that makes you so insecure?
It doesn't make me insecure. It's disgusting that a dog goes around licking butts and other private areas.
I mean, there's a lot
dogs.
of things that are disgusting. Like you kiss your fiance.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are sharing saliva. Like that could be.
I wasn't licking dog butts before.
Roy, pro or anti?
I don't own a dog and anti.
Okay, but like, have you ever had a dog or ever been around dogs?
I've had a dog before, yes.
And you never.
No.
All right, so we're 2-2 here.
But my Roma's she's a whippet. She's got a very tiny tongue.
Yeah,
So it's cute.
it's adorable. There's nothing.
How much
cuter
damage could that do?
Yeah, there's nothing cuter than a little doggy kiss.
Audience?
Audience, pro or anti dogs licking / kissing your faces?
Why are you naked?
It's my thing. It's the only way I could get my own segment. So I pitched something crazy. We want to do things different. And
Do you
I
like dog clothes? Sorry, Naked Chris.
No.
No?
No, anti that. Even on Halloween.
Really? No costumes
Nah.
for dogs on Halloween?
I have done it. I've given in and been part of that.
But like you, dogs should be naked.
Right.
Got it.
And finally here on the Naked Chris
What about
segment
doggy
today-
hats? Sorry.
No, anti.
But you like hats for you.
I do.
And socks. What about doggy shoes?
Nope.
Oh, got it.
No more talking for you.
Sorry.
And wrapping up here on the Naked Chris segment today, people who say touche and cool beans. Don't do that.
Audience?
That's it? Wait,
Oh,
you're going to ask
that
around?
signal, I thought we were going to go to
no,
break
I know
there.
you,
Oh,
you
you-
did like a honking
Yeah, what is
horn
that?
signal, but typically
You're not gonna ask
you
about
go
it?
around.
That was just like a
I probably should have
proclamation.
prepped you guys on this. I thought
Yeah.
that today's Naked Chris segment would just be punctuated by a thought by me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you should have told
Try
us
it again.
that.
Try it again. Try it again.
Yeah.
People who say touche and cool beans, don't do that.
Was that
Guys,
that's a sign?
I'm doing the signal
that,
again.
that was a cue?
All right.
I like cool beans.
I like saying touche.
Touche is. I like cool beans more than touche.
Don't do that.
Let the audience chime in.
Wait, what about Roy?
Yeah, let
You
Roy
have to ask
chime in.
Roy. Why? Are you,
So I guess we're not punctuating.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Audience?
Audience?
Mikey C likes Naked Chris, by the way.
Who doesn't? Billy, I'm going to stand up.
Whoa!
That is your penis.
Was that the punctuation?
Was that your penis?
That was the punctuation.
Talk to you later, everybody.
So now it's done?
Are you guys
Was
just
that
not
the
going to
end?
end this
No, was that
segment?
the
I've been trying to end this segment for like 2 minutes now.
You didn't
Please.
do the sign
You
yet.
didn't do the sign there.
You know, you
like
just
you could have
stand
said
up and
back
do
after
it.
this
Yeah.
and on the sign.
Yeah.
We established
I want to
that
have my
that
own
sounds-
out.
Make your
I want to
point.
have my
Look,
own
yeah.
out.
Well,
Make
you
your
showed
point.
me your penis, and then I was like, okay, this is different.
Yeah.
Naked Chris, out.
You're not
Make
doing
the-
the arm
and you
thing.
didn't make the point.
End
You
the
didn't make
segment
the
already.
You just
make
say
the point.
Naked Chris out, and then like honk
Soon
the
I'm
horn.
just going to walk out of the room.
Make the point, stand up, do the sign, say Naked Chris out after your point, and then that's it, I think.
People who say touche and cool beans, don't do that.
You need to stand up now.
You
Chris.
didn't
All right,
even
sit
say
down.
Out.
one more time.
No.
Yeah,
You're forgetting. You got
You're
distracted.
forgetting.
You're
You got
waving at
distracted.
Allison.
You waved
I
at
don't know what's
Allison. You're the
going on.
host. You're directing traffic.
Come on,
Audience.
man. Be professional.
Audience?
Naked Chris.
Audience, give us your thoughts on cool beans and touche.
No, you're not asking them
End
this
the
time.
segment.
You're not doing the arm
You
thing.
need to make the point,
Yeah.
stand up, do the sign, and then say back after this, and then it's done.
with a honking sign.
Yeah. One only. You did
Yeah,
two last
yeah.
time. That
You did
threw
with
everybody
both
off.
arms.
Yeah, one only.
People who say touche and cool beans,
Now you're a bobblehead.
don't do
Yeah.
that.
You sound like Pablo now. You're doing two arms again.
No, it's
Naked
one arm.
Chris, out.
This is the Dan Levatar Show with the Stuckats on the ticket. Time for sports radio segment, as old as time. Let's talk sports with Naked Chris.
That's right. The Naked Chris segment has returned. I get to talk about what I want to talk about, when I want to talk about it. The only thing you need to know is while I'm doing it, I'm naked. Butt naked. No shirt, no pants, no underwear.
Isn't it buck naked?
I don't know. I am wearing my hat because that's my thing.
And your socks.
And my shoes. A little icky in here. Is it butt naked or buck naked?
I've always heard buck naked, but a lot of people say butt naked. It should be butt naked.
It should. Why would it be? What's buck?
I'm on it.
Yeah. Should we put this to a poll?
Yeah. Naked Chris says, put that on the poll. All right.
I mean, I have to put it on the poll. Like, everybody has a computer around here.
That's true.
Yeah, but the saying is Guillermo put it on the poll.
Yeah. All right. First place, Naked Chris wants to start. A little charity for you. I'm going to give you a little fantasy advice. That's right. We've never done this before. Naked Chris has got some fantasy advice for you. Pick up and start Jameis Winston this week. There, I said it. He's going to have one of those Ryan Fitzpatrick weeks. They're playing the Falcons. I could throw 2 touchdowns against the Falcons defense. That's a joke, Billy. I know every time I make a joke like that, you think I'm being serious. I don't actually think I could throw a touchdown. I'm saying that their defense is bad.
I'm looking at you more because I feel like you forgot what this segment was. You're supposed to say something and then go around and ask everyone, and now you're just giving out fantasy
Well,
advice.
that's you making the rules on my segment.
Oh,
the
sorry.
segment is I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. Most of the time I include you guys. I will include you guys. I wanted to start a little fantasy advice. Start. We'll pick up and start because most people, he's just a free agent. Pick up and start Jameis Winston. You're welcome. Moving on. A couple weeks back, Al Michaels called a short field goal a chip shot. I don't know about any of you, but Naked Chris plays golf, and chipping is one of the hardest parts of golf. So we should no longer call short field goals a chip shot or anything easy a chip shot. We should call it a tap-in. Because a tap-in is an easy putt, short little putt. a chip shot is one of the hardest things to do in golf. So a chip shot and field goal should be like a 50-yard field goal. Anybody have thoughts?
You're directing where we go with this.
Yeah. But do you agree that like chip shot, like you play golf, chipping's hard?
Yeah, well, not from mid-range Mikey, it is.
Oh, get out of here. Mid-range Mikey's like 100 yards. I'm talking about like right off the green. That's one of the hardest shots in golf.
I consider that mid-range.
Yeah.
I'm a bump and run guy.
Yeah, you are.
What about Billy's opinions?
Totally, dude. I looked up butt naked and buck naked, and it just says butt naked is like a newer version of it. And if you go on a website and it says the origin of something cannot be found or is not known, it just means like look harder because it can be known.
Right.
So chip shots, yeah.
Why do people renew their vows?
You're not asking the audience anymore.
Yeah, and you didn't ask Roy.
You didn't ask Roy.
I'm a little rusty on this.
You've had 2 takes so far. You haven't let the audience chime in. You haven't gone to Roy.
I hate to interrupt, but be the 7th caller now, and you'll win a $200 gift card to Joe's Stone Crab. Call the ticket contest line at 786-534-0790. That's right, 786-534-0790. The moment you've been waiting for all summer long is almost here. The opening of Joe's Stone Crab, the 105th season. The classics, Stone Crab, hash browns, key lime pie, are back, along with mouth-watering ribs, Alaskan king crab claws, and fried chicken. The ultimate iconic, uniquely Miami dining experience. The 105th season starts Friday. Cocktails at 4 p.m. First seating at 5. See you at Joe's.
You are totally right. Naked Chris totally forgot how this segment works. We're very inclusive here on the Naked Chris segment. It's been a while. I totally forgot. We want to hear from you on segments, on ideas, on thoughts. Whatever you got. After every topic, we're going to throw it to you. We're going to pretend like we didn't even do the first 2 topics. We're just going to start right now.
Should we start from scratch?
No, we should not.
No.
All right. Welcome back.
You guys gonna talk
Time
now?
for sports radio segment. As old as time. Let's talk sports with Naked Chris.
I'm not going to do the whole open again. I'm just going to start the next topic.
Bobby also says we're going to talk sports.
Well, we did. I gave fantasy advice.
Okay, cool.
Chip. Just know I'm naked. I'm not doing the whole thing again. I'm naked. Butt naked. Buck naked. Floors are icky. Can you hear it? All right. Last week, I was watching some football, and Drew Brees broke a record. And when he did that, a guy came onto the field with white gloves on. Why was that guy wearing white gloves?
I have the answer, but I don't know who you're going to.
Yeah, I know
These are
also.
super open-ended.
Yeah, I know also.
Just answer the questions when I ask.
I don't know. You have to go.
It's confusing.
This is my segment.
Yeah.
I ask a question.
It's your segment.
It's also
but
not
it's
just a guy, by the way. It's like the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Billy, why don't you take this one? Well, no, it's your segment, Chris.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I get why he's
Mike
there.
can do it.
I get why he's
Do
there.
you?
No, I insist.
No, I want
Because
Mike
they're
to do
going to keep the ball for the Hall of Fame. Like,
Yeah.
I get why that guy would be there. But why is he wearing white gloves?
I mean, we wear gloves to draw things from the bucket of death.
But that is so we don't feel the textures of the helmets with writing on them and stuff like that.
He's wearing the white gloves so that he doesn't, contaminate the ball to keep it in, its natural state.
It
you don't
wouldn't
wanna-
be contaminated.
You don't want to compromise the integrity of the record-breaking ball.
Mm-hmm.
My bigger problem with what happened, if I may take the floor,
Yes,
Naked Chris,
please.
is that for his award, the referees gave him a laminated,
Also ridiculous.
a laminated paper that said Drew Brees all-time passing record. It's almost as if someone told Chris Cody, "Hey, oh man, he's gonna break the record. Print something out so
Right.
we have something."
Yes.
It seemed like they came up with it in a panic.
And the white gloves, as if... what are they trying to accomplish? So when the ball gets to the Hall of Fame, there's no fingerprints on it or something? Is that what they're going for? Or is it just to make it look all high and mighty? Ooh, that guy's got gloves on. This is important. That ball is going to be handled with care.
Are you asking? I don't know what.
It's just a ridiculous thing.
You
that
haven't
You
that-
still
gone
haven't
to
even
Roy.
addressed Roy once.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Roy, why is the guy wearing white gloves?
It's just to look nice and fancy.
There you go.
It's ridiculous. He shouldn't do that. No more white gloves.
You've ignored Roy, you've ignored Allison, you've ignored the audience.
Dan, Stugats, you haven't talked to anybody.
Allison
today.
doesn't like this Naked Chris segment because I'm naked and it's uncomfortable.
I'm beginning to not
It's
like it
an HR
because
issue.
it's hard to follow.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you guys keep jumping in with who am I supposed to...
Well,
instead
we're
of just-
jumping in because
instead
you're
of just keeping it going
You're
and
not
talking.
You're not directing traffic.
Audience,
Oh, thank God.
what do
I
you
thought he was
think
gonna
about the
forget.
guy wearing white gloves? Moving on.
You have a whole page of notes today, man.
Oh, man, I got things.
I'm excited.
Been a while.
This is the prepared segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Websites that have lists on them.
Oh, God.
Don't make me click on another page to go to your lists. Click on the website, put all the lists on one page. Black Sports Online is the worst at this. They get you with a clickbaity thing. I'm like, ooh, that's an article. I want to read that article. I got to go to page 6 before I see the actual interesting parts of the article. Also, the other day, I'm trying to look at the top 20 fast food items in all of fast food. I'm like, this is right up my alley. Naked Chris is going to click on this. I got to go to some gallery where I'm clicking an arrow to go over for each item. No, put all the items on one
What was number
list.
1?
I think it was like French fries from Chick-fil-A.
You know what I hate about those lists? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no,
Naked
go,
Chris.
go.
I hate when there's like lists like that and there's items on the list that are not sold like in my region of the
Yeah.
country and I can't relate to it. Like,
Right,
that's
right.
the worst.
Yeah, like what?
Like, there's no White Castle here. I've had White Castle, but there's no White Castle down here, so it's hard for me to rank White Castle ahead of, like, McDonald's or Burger King that I have regularly. There's no, like, Carl's Jr. here.
Right.
Or, like, Hardee's. So, like, those things I can't really relate to because they don't have any down here. Sorry for interrupting. Back to your
No, I want you guys part of this.
Oh.
It shouldn't just be me talking.
But it's never been an open forum.
Yeah.
Chris.
It's always very direct.
It's
Like,
very structured.
I know you guys always say that, but I think it's always kind of just been
No.
me throwing stuff out. We do this every time. We do this dance.
And we always complain because the first time you did it, you directed a question to Bill, and then I waited my turn and then I waited for you to direct a
No, but
question.
now we're
me.
trying to make it was really bad the first time. We're trying to get it more free flowing, and you guys aren't helping with that.
oh.
Okay, well, do you want me to talk now?
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, Black Sports Online. That website always gives my devices the clap.
Ugh. I got to go to page like 5 before all the interesting stuff. Audience, what do
No,
you...
Roy. Roy's here. Why do you continue to ignore Roy? Roy, do you like websites that make you click from page to page for a list?
No.
There you go. That's why, because he doesn't seem like if he has something on it, he'll grab the mic and be like, I got something on
Look
this.
at you assuming what Roy has
I
and
know,
what he
man.
doesn't have.
Oh, here we go. Audience, what do you think about the lists? Moving on. What is it about driving that makes mild-mannered, non-confrontational people furious behind the wheel? I have a few examples of this. Tim Kirkchin, one of the nicest people we've all ever been around, has admitted that he gets furious on the road. Greg Cody, people would say he's a lovable person, gets furious on the road. I'm not saying you say I'm lovable, but the only time I get furious is when someone is doing something stupid on the road.
And when softball umpires cancel your games because of drinking.
No, but there I don't get like that. I wasn't furious. I was getting my point across, but not furious. When I get like legitimately angry, it's usually on the road. It's some guy who is in a right turn lane and doesn't remember that he can turn right. I have to honk, and then all of a sudden he realizes, oh yeah, I can make it right here.
What do you do? Like, what is the characteristic of your anger? Like, are you cursing? Are
I'm
you
just
like
like,
waving?
come on,
give
what are
him
you
the finger?
doing? What are you doing? But what is it about? Why is it like? What is it about driving? Do you think? And I'm putting this out there. This is me opening up the floor to anyone who has thoughts. What is it about driving that makes nice people?
You? Me? You?
I don't know.
You? Me?
I'm waiting for him
You?
to say
Robot?
Yeah. Maybe me, Martin.
Oh, Roy, you got thoughts?
Reggie-
What is it about
Reggie
driving that makes?
Roy's a terrible driver. I'm just going to put
He's
that
very
out there.
aggressive.
Roy's bad.
I'm very aggressive. You said the guy that was waiting the left turn lane, I usually just get from behind him and get in front of him and get in the intersection.
See, Roy's
Right.
a very reckless driver.
Yeah, that's a little reckless. But you're not
I
answering.
have no choice in the matter. He should be out there waiting to turn.
Waiting is a choice.
It is ridiculous that there's people in the right turn lane and they don't remember they can turn, and then once they hear the honk, they're like, "Oh yeah, I can go here." Like, what was going on there?
Well, you said right turn lane. Remember, there are no turns on. I can't even talk right now.
matter.
When a red light,
You had
no
cars
turn on
on
red.
red.
Right, no turn on red.
Yeah, I had caught my tire exploded today.
Oh,
Exploded?
Exploded.
It exploded.
Like,
when you cut
boom?
somebody off.
dangerous.
No, it exploded today. I had to put the spare on, and I'm exhausted right now.
I think we're in for a treat today. There's so many topics. I think we're going to do 2 Naked Chris segments.
No.
Oh boy.
We can save these. We can save these.
Please gotta know.
Why you? No one's answering my question.
Well,
What?
whose turn is it to
We don't
talk?
know
You.
whose turn.
Okay,
We
I
don't know
think
what you're talking about.
probably what's going on is that when people are driving, they're usually in a rush to get somewhere. Like, there's very infrequent situations now where people are just casually driving, like on a Sunday drive.
Right.
So they're probably upset because they're trying to get somewhere and people are doing things. And there's lots of people around. I mean, I don't know
Right, that's
the
a decent
answer.
theory. That's decent. Mike, you got anything?
There's something that gets the adrenaline pumping when you're behind the wheel of a car. All that horsepower. This is something that could be used as a deadly weapon. You have so much responsibility at your fingertips. You can't help but get charged up a little bit.
I'd be curious, Allison's thoughts. Is this a man thing? Like, do women get furious behind the wheel?
I don't think there's any chance Allison's going to participate in this. Have you guys ever been to monster truck rallies?
No.
People
way too loud.
drive so aggressively after because they're so amped up because they've seen, especially if you're in a pickup truck, you're so amped up because you've seen.
You notice a difference in the people leaving.
Oh yeah, there's people running over traffic cones and stuff. They think that they're Gravedigger,
trucks are going
a total
on top
local.
of cars.
Not on top of cars,
there.
but they're peeling. They drive more aggressively after monster truck rallies.
So Billy can start topic sound too? Is this the
Yes.
segment?
No, I can't start topics. That was like road rage.
Jumping off of a topic. Jumping
Yeah,
off the
sorry.
topic. Go ahead, man.
I apologize. You know what? I shouldn't have done that. I'd take that back, guys. Pretend what you heard, or ignore what you heard.
You have to wait for the audience, right?
Yeah, sorry. Ask the audience.
Audience, what do you think about...
Aggressive drivers.
I'm confused. Do they chime in now, or...
Well, yeah, you just talked over them.
I'm sorry.
Moving on.
See, that's confusing because you just did that hand thing where you came down like you were pulling a train horn. And the last time you did that was supposed to be the sign to end the segment. But you said moving on like you want to continue.
Thank you.
Sorry. I feel like I'm interrupting today.
Resting bench face. I'm all in with Sam Bradford.
What?
Resting bench face. The guy you just think of when I say that. Sam Bradford. Beat me. Moving on.
Wait, that one's that was totally against the rules.
Well,
Nobody went.
everyone was standing away from the mics. Everyone was pulled
You didn't
back.
ask the audience, and you did the moving on thing.
Audience. Resting bench face. I'm all in with Sam Bradford. Who you got? Moving on. The unsung hero of the airplane.
You said moving on, and you didn't do the arm thing this time.
I feel like you guys are slowing down this segment.
Wow.
The unsung hero of the airplane are the wheels.
Oh. Are we supposed to now? Sorry to interrupt. Are we supposed to agree or disagree, or are we supposed to come up with our own unsung heroes?
Whatever
of
you
the
want.
airplane?
Agree. Just give me something other than criticizing me.
Whose turn is it?
I don't know. Someone just talk. Listen, I was on a plane coming back the other day, and I thought to myself as we were approaching, I'm like, because when you're on that descent, you're like, we made it. This is it. We did it. The hard part's over. We're here. We made it. And then I thought, what if something happens and the wheels don't flap down? That would stink.
But those aren't the wheels. Those would be like the arms of the wheels.
Right. But it just seems like a real aggressive landing, and those tires don't seem that big. So I want to pay respect to the tires and the wheels.
Okay, are we going around the table here?
Go ahead,
Go ahead. Who
Billy.
Unsung hero?
Yeah.
of the airplane?
How about this? The bottom seat that also floats because it serves two purposes.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's great.
Even though if you crash in the water, you're probably dead.
Go ahead, Mike. You're raising your hand. Go ahead.
The unsung hero is the air marshal.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Because
there's an air marshal on every flight?
We're led to believe that they're on most flights.
Yeah.
But here's why they're unsung. You don't know if there's actually an air marshal on your flight.
It's
It's
true.
like a placebo.
Right. Roy?
The unsung hero would be the alcoholic drinks. on the airplane.
Wow, of course.
Good.
Yeah.
It's true.
Have to deal with that anxiety.
Yeah.
Just drink.
Are you
helps
an
a lot.
anxious flyer?
No, not really.
Aren't you, Billy?
Yeah, I'm not a big flying.
Do you drink on the flight to help?
No. That would just make me need to pee.
Air marshal seems like a cool job.
Yeah. It seems uneventful because you probably go through 50 flights before you have any kind of issue.
Is it? No,
I don't think.
I don't
you
think
just
there's that
You guys
many
have
issues.
you guys have seen
that would seem high.
Yeah.
I've never been on a flight that someone needed an air marshal.
Yeah.
You guys ever?
Right.
No,
but then
exactly.
you
That's
just
why
said
one
one
out of
out of
50.
every 50. You've been on more than 50 flights, right?
I would say that'd be around where maybe I don't know how many flights I've been on. I haven't flown a ton. I would
No
say
one can be
50.
supervising them, right? So they could just decide I'm not going to fly today. Who would know?
Are there cameras on every flight?
don't think there's cameras.
Is
on
that a
any
question for
flight.
us?
Yeah. I'm just kind of talking,
Where are the
with my
cameras?
friends.
You didn't ask the audience, the unsung hero.
We're still kind of on the planes.
Yeah, but you just staggered a new.
Where would the
plane
cameras be?
Audience, who are the unsung heroes of airplane? Moving on.
I'm so glad that we're doing more.
No, this is about to be it.
Really? There's so many things on here. What didn't you get to?
Very long segment.
How about this? Do this and then tell us what we didn't get to so we're like, no.
People that put their hazard lights on in the rain. Don't do that.
Do we talk now?
What are you doing
Guys,
with
I
your
told you
hands?
before the segment I was going to dismount with a don't do
What are you
that.
doing with your hands?
That means end the segment!
You're bringing both. You're like hunking down two truck horns.
People!
What didn't we get to? Can I look at this?
People that don't put their people that put their hazard lights on in the rain, on the highway or on the roads. Don't do that.
Who goes now?
Who goes now?
We go to break!
No, we don't. No, the audience didn't even chime in. Audience.
Why can't football players spray water into their own mouths?
It's a great question.
We didn't get to that.
You should have led with that.
We didn't get to
Ooh,
that.
can we do naked Bill next week?
Ooh! Yeah.
Bill,
I don't think I could top
Chris,
this
put your
segment.
clothes on. Bill,
Wait a
take
minute,
your clothes
hold on.
off.
You also, yesterday we were talking while we were walking and you teased a Naked Chris topic that you didn't get to of a
What?
segment idea with a name.
Oh, that's a segment like Never Am I Clever. I just thought of that idea. I was like, that's a funny name for a segment. I have no idea what kind of segment it would be. Never Am I Clever.
I think it's this segment.
There you go. People that put their hazards on in the rain. Don't do that!
Are we supposed to chant, don't do that?
Go
one?
to break!
Okay, wait, hold on. Do it
We
one more time.
can't go to
Don't do that.
that.
Yeah, ready?
Don't.
We'll have to say it in unison.
I'm about to just walk out of the studio.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
What do I
Audience, wait,
You're
hold
supposed
on.
What do I have
Audience?
to do to end this segment?
Audience. Wow, a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah.
Please just go to break.
Don't do that.
You have to say people that drive with their hazards in the rain, don't do that. And then we all say don't do that in unison. And then it
People
ends.
that put their hazard lights on in the rain. Don't do
do
that.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
And now what happened?
Audience.
But
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stuckats on the ticket.